Hi, this is Luke from MIgardener. Yeah, I was wondering, so you guys sell mulch, right? Okay. Yeah, so we have an orchard and I'm needing a lot of it. Like maybe 120 yards per delivery. Is that something you guys could do? Oh, you only do 20 yards at a time? Got it. I mean, it's just kind of tough. I mean, it'd be a lot. Yeah, no, yeah. That, unfortunately, no. We definitely, I mean, I'd prefer getting it all at once just because the delivery fee would be really expensive, right? Yeah, okay. Well, that's fine. All right, well, thank you anyways. I appreciate it. Yep. All right, bye. Hi, my name is Luke Marion, and I was wondering if you guys could sell us about 120 yards of mulch. Yeah. What's the price per yard? Oh, wow. Okay. So is there, even if I buy like 120 yards, it's $20 a yard? Got it. Okay. Yeah. That's a lot more than I was expecting. Yeah, because all we're doing is we're just putting around our fruit trees in our orchard. Yeah, we're not a landscaping company. No. Right. Yeah. No, I mean, no. Unfortunately, no. I mean, it's the cost. That's what it really comes down to. I mean, I'm just using regular natural wood chips. I don't need it dyed or anything. I can't do $20 a yard, unfortunately. Yeah. No, that's fine. No, I appreciate. No, yeah, you gotta. Yeah, no, you gotta stay in business. Your price is your price. That's fine. Yep, no big deal. Nope. All right. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good day. Yep, bye. Hi, this is Luke with Idlewild Farm and Orchard. Yeah, hi. I was wondering, so we need some wood chips. I know you guys are a tree trimming company. I know some places will deliver wood chips. I'm not asking for them for free or anything. If you do, great. But I need a decent amount of wood chips. I didn't know if you guys delivered or not. We're only about 20 minutes from you guys. Oh, got it. Okay. So when's your season for delivering? Only in the spring and summer. Got it. So you wouldn't even do an exception then? Like even if I needed a lot, you wouldn't have it part of your? Oh, okay. So you would. Just a question. I don't want to come across as like pushy. Obviously, I just didn't know because the guy that does your deliveries, he doesn't do like you couldn't call him up and say, hey, I need a huge load of wood chips delivered, and he wouldn't do it on the spot. Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. I just thought I'd ask because we do need like 120 yards only because your season ends obviously because you're dealing a lot with like landscaping companies. We have an orchard, so we don't do anything in the summer. We're not doing any mulching in the summer. We're not doing anything in the summer. We just so we do spring, and then we do fall. Those are only 2 times we plant trees, and that's when we would mulch, obviously. But that's fine. That's totally fine. But no, that's fine. Have a good day. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right. Yeah, you too. Bye. Dang it. I don't know. I can't get in touch with anyone. Literally, I mean, well, I get in touch with people, but no one has mulch. And those that did have mulch, they don't. The guy was like, he wanted to do 20 yards at a time, but it was $50 each delivery. So like, I mean, to get 120 yards, was that 6 trips? Yeah, so 6 trips at $50, that's $300 in just delivery fees. Like, let's shoot. Well, I don't know what we're gonna do. So we've got ourselves a problem. And you know, it's a funny problem because it's a problem that a lot of you probably will never, ever have. It's a very niche problem. I'm aware of that. Like I'm self-aware enough to know that this is a very niche problem, and it's one that I didn't really think about when I first started this orchard. I looked at the different options we had for weed suppression, because weed suppression when the trees are young is really important. And as a home gardener, I never had a problem getting wood chips. Yeah, I'd just call up either a tree trimming company, or I'd go on to Chip Drop. It's a really popular website that you can go on to request wood chips. And I do know that there's a lot of people that are requesting wood chips nowadays. So a lot of tree trimming companies, they're trying to kind of capitalize on the demand, and they'll simply say, well, we could deliver, but like the one company I called, they'll deliver, but you have to pay $50 each time to deliver, a delivery fee. And I mean, that's okay in some regards, but if I'm only getting 20 yards at a time, again, that's kind of small potatoes for what we go through. So this mulch pile here that we're sitting on is a pile of some of the best quality wood chips that we've been able to get our hands on. The problem is the company that sells them to us, they are in their off season. And they're in their off season because they mainly sell to landscaping companies. So they stop at around like August is when they stop delivering wood chips. And because of that, we are in a predicament where we can't get any wood chips. And so this pile is usually probably 10, 12 feet high by 30, 40 feet long. It's a full-on massive semi that comes in. It's called a gravel train. They have a walking conveyor belt that basically unloads these two huge trains of mulch. It's 120 yards, 60 yards per train. They'll dump them off here. And we go through that, not one delivery per season. No. We go through that delivery once a week. That's right, once a week. We go through those 120 yards. It's enough mulch to make your eyes water, because as a home gardener, I always thought mulch was this quote unquote free resource. And I'm here to tell you that it is absolutely the furthest thing from free nowadays. It is in demand, it is expensive, it's getting expensive, and it's getting to be something that there are other options that you may want to consider for weed suppression if weed suppression is your main objective. Now, I understand that if you have a garden, wood chips can look very pretty, can look very aesthetic. But if you're looking from a weed suppression standpoint, like in an orchard here, or even on a medium scale, wood chips can get very expensive. At the cheapest side of things, we're paying anywhere from $8 to $10 a yard for wood chips. And so each delivery that comes to us once a week is $1,200 worth of mulch. That's right, $1,200. And I know, I can hear it from all of you guys. Luke, that is something that you signed up for. You could get them free if you looked hard enough. Here's the problem, is that yes, if I looked hard enough, I could. But then as a functioning farm, we run into the dilemma of what is my time and effort worth? I can't do a farm 20 yards at a time. Reason why? Each one of these tree rows, each one goes through 7 yards of mulch. Each row. Do you know how many yards we have gone through just for the orchard that we have? Not even including the orchard that we are expanding on. We've gone through 3,400 yards of mulch. 3,400. It is to date one of the largest expenses on our farm, far surpassing the cost of our tractor, far surpassing the cost of our barn. We've spent more money on this free resource than anything else on the farm. And it's the most important part to our farm, because without wood chips, we don't have weed suppression. Without wood chips, we don't have water retention. Without wood chips, we don't have organic material and soil building. We're left with dry, dead, depleted, lifeless soil that contains very little ability to hold on to water and nutrients for our beautiful trees to grow with. It is the lifeblood of our farm, and it is a resource that you can't just scale up easily. In a home garden, it's a problem that you'll never probably come across ever in your life. That's the other problem that we come across, is that there's a lot of companies that will sell wood chips, but they're selling wood chips that are intended for landscaping. They're often dyed, or they're often triple shredded to make them look pretty or lay flat. And we're looking for just natural, raw wood chips. Really good quality too. I don't want, which is another thing we come across as well, I don't want a bunch of pine needles. I don't want a bunch of plastic bottles or pop cans, which is something we encounter every time we get free mulch, which we had to pay for delivery. The wood chips were free, the delivery was not. They came with a half a shovel that just somehow ended up in the wood chips. Pop cans, a slipper, literally a slipper. I don't even know how a slipper ends up in wood chips. Trash ends up in the free wood chips, which I get isn't a case that comes across all the time, but something we've come in contact with 3 or 4 times. And that's why we turned to a company that sells whole wood chips. They specialize in wood chips for playgrounds. The problem is they have a season. And it was very difficult to come across this company because they don't do small quantities. It's big or nothing, and it's expensive. So as a home gardener, I just figured we could scale up. What we could do in the home garden, we could do on the farm. As I've talked about how often we take a farm and scale it down to the home garden, and that's a problem, about how we should start in the home garden and scale it up. There's certain things that I'm realizing that get progressively more difficult and progressively more expensive once you get to a farm scale. And that's where we're at. Get this, because I don't think you guys are still understanding just the scale and magnitude of the amount of mulch we go through on a weekly basis. Okay, where you guys are standing is the corner of where we get mulch dumped. It comes all the way over to this corner right here. This is our mulch lane. When it gets dumped, it comes up to the door on our greenhouse. That's how high the pile is. It comes up to the door, and it goes from where you are to where I am, all the way back here, all the way back. Keep going, keep going. I'm going long, waiting for the catch. Touchdown. This is where the mulch ends. This whole area is 12 feet tall of just mulch, and we go through that once a week. It is something, like I said, that is on a magnitude that is almost incomprehensible on a farm scale, how much mulch we go through. And the reality is we need more. Another sobering reality that I had was that these wood chips once came from a tree. I think us as gardeners, we oftentimes just think of them as a product that we can add to our garden. You just get this free resource that we could throw onto our garden and make our garden look pretty and suppress weeds and build soil. All those things are great, but they were once trees. They were once living organisms, and they were the same organisms that were responsible for us being able to breathe in oxygen. Think about that. Every time I breathe in, I'm thanking a tree. And what I exhale is carbon dioxide, which they also appreciate because they use carbon dioxide to take the sun's energy and make sugars through photosynthesis. It's this amazing symbiotic relationship that we have. And I'm sitting on a pile of what was once living trees, and it makes you gain a whole lot more appreciation when you go through the magnitude of wood chips that we go through. There is just something so incredibly humbling to realize that on a weekly basis, I go through more wood chips than most people ever go through in their entire lifetime. But likewise, those wood chips came from trees, and I probably apply enough mulch that I've never planted as many trees as I've consumed in wood chips, right? I could plant a tree every day of my entire life, and I probably consume in 1 year more wood chips than I could possibly plant trees in my entire life. And that's a crazy, crazy realization, just how many wood chips I go through. And it makes me really respect the resource that we have. I certainly think that us as gardeners need to show oftentimes a lot more appreciation for wood chips because it isn't just a byproduct. I'm sure some of these wood chips came from trees that were dead, diseased, or dying. Some of the trees came from power companies, utility lines that need to be cleaned up and stuff. But there's a lot of times trees that are just cut down thoughtlessly that go into wood chips. They were an inconvenience. I didn't like where it was. It was too big. It was too close to my house. It was too whatever. And we just cut it down. And I have so much more appreciation for the wood chips that I apply in our garden, in our farm. Does that mean we're gonna stop using wood chips because we have this problem? No. No way am I going to give up this amazing resource, because this amazing resource is far better than the alternatives. This resource is going to build soil for our orchard. It's going to build soil for for the trees. It's going to regenerate the land in ways that it would take cover crops hundreds, if not thousands of years to do. The damage that we contribute to as farmers in a conventional farming system takes oftentimes millennia to replace. It's not something that can just happen overnight. And this free resource essentially does just that. It replenishes quite literally inches of organic material the moment we apply it and the moment it starts breaking down. So I am not going to stop using wood chips. I'm going to continue to respect them highly. I'm going to continue to use even more of them because in our application, we're not only using them to build the soil, but we're using them to grow food for our community and food for those that don't have access to it in our area. And so it is a very, very amazing resource that we use a lot of, and it's going to take some time to acquire the amount that we need, but we're going to keep at it. And we're going to keep trying to get wood chips because I'll tell you what, we need a lot more of it. We got another 20 acres we got to plant out, and all that needs wood chips as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you all learned something new. And as always, this is Luke from the MIgardener channel, reminding you to respect the trees. We'll see you guys later. Grow bigger. Bye.